Well, I tell you what, those scenes that Pitchface did for your pages too, man, they blew me away. Those are some great. I mean, you get better all the time, Deidre.
Oh,
Your stuff gets really detailed. One of the things I like too is your let's see how I can put it, your the way you draw bodies and faces and stuff. It's starting to look really realistic. You even get these really crazy perspectives and stuff, like when they're jumping or leaping or close-ups or whatever. It's like light years ahead of like some of your first stuff. It's really coming along nice.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. And
Yeah.
you get those perspectives, from just showing up at the right place at the right time. You hear that there's somebody about to jump off a building, you have to grab your camera and go and get a shot, or there's a dog drowning in the lake, you have to go and make sure before you get there, before the rescue squad does, so you can get that perfect shot.
Right.
So you became a fireman or a fire person, excuse me. So you could just show up and photograph the accident and not really help.
Hey, Mark, are you kidding me? If I get in that fire, I'll singe my hair. I break my nails every time I go out. That's tough.
Oh my Lord! Look at that kid. He's about to jump out the window. Where's my camera?
By the way, Pitchface, thank you for the preview comic, and thanks for the little Jamil drawing in it.
Oh, no problem, Ninja.
Yeah, and
Ninja,
who won the contest?
There was 3 actually that I picked. You were one of them, Roy, of course, but I did not pick it just because you're my friend. I sincerely liked what you did. And one was I don't know what this guy's actual name is. He does the comic Restless Ancestor. His screen name on Drunk Duck is something like D.F. Karnowski or something like that. He did a really cool one. I really, really liked it, the textures and stuff. And then there's another one. What's his name? He does the comic Stain on the Nation. And Out There. Oh, I forgot his name. I can't believe it. But he did one too that had a really cool perspective and just such a cool feeling throughout it. Those
Parker.
3. Huh?
Parker.
Yeah, Parker Farker. That Farkin' Parker Farker. But
Martha Farker. So, Electro, who won your contest?
Well, so far, it's a pretty close race because there's only 2. I think Roy just barely edges just because I thought it was funny and it was the first one.
And what?
Yes, I win again. Take that, Drunk Duck.
What about you, Roy? Who won your best caption award with the fat cat woman?
There was several. Kaylee, Jim, and I had the filthiest one. And then there was a couple others that were pretty good. And it's on the page. You can go back and look at it. And Electro won the cover contest. He was the one that figured out I was doing a parody of the Return to the Planet of the Apes cartoon.
Yeah.
Which I thought was going to be really simple for people, but,
I thought Pam was the one that figured it out.
No, it was Electro. He got in there first. Swear that was
he was also one of the very, very first comments, so I mean there really wasn't any
right, he was in there, he was on it.
Oh, okay.
He was dedicated, he was watching, he was waiting, he was hovering.
He was ready.
To be fair, I
locked and loaded.
He wanted that poster.
To be fair,
on Hulu they have all of the Planet of the Apes on there now, which is really cool because I haven't watched them since I was a kid, and I'm like, oh wow, Planet of the Apes, this is going to be cool because I like the TV series, and I watched like one episode, and I'm like, is that over? I mean, it was awful.
What, the Planet of the Apes TV series or the animated series?
No, I'm talking about the animated series. The whole animated series is on Hulu right now. They just uploaded it a couple weeks ago. It's like Hanna-Barbera at its cheapest. It's like everybody's face is painted. The only thing that moves is their mouth, or they'll have like some crazy camera zoom. Like if someone leaps, they just have the camera zoom across like they're leaping in the air, like, oh! Like, what was that?
Yeah, that's what makes it great. It's the cheesy factor.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of like the stuff that's on Drunk Duck now, where they try and tell you the story, but their mouth isn't moving with it or anything like Hero by Night. That's what it sort of reminded me of. You can tell nobody went to any big trouble to try and convey the story.
Yeah, the best episode of that was the animated series, is the one where the apes found the planes. And all of a sudden, they just started flying planes, For some reason, they just instinctively knew, this is how you fly a plane. Shit, I just jump in there and go.
It's sort of like Battlefield Earth, where those cavemen got in the planes, and started fighting the aliens. Did you ever see that, Roy?
I seen bits and pieces, and that was more than enough.
Dude, I'm telling you, the rubber hands and the terrible makeup, and John Travolta, that's the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I laughed all the way through it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, don't worry about that. He's about to top it. He's got a movie coming out with Robin Williams, so I'm sure that...
You know what? It was almost as bad as watching the guy play Mace Windu on the Star Wars movie. What's his name? Samuel L. Jackson. He's a great actor, but he was just so awful in the Star Wars movies. I'm like, oh my goodness, is he like reading a script, or is he drunk or high or what? Seriously.
Besides, he didn't say MF or once. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's a Samuel L. Jackson trademark.
Oh no, he coughed in his hand once or twice. I think maybe.
I didn't say nothing. I think there were far worse things than Samuel L. Jackson in the new Star Wars movies.
Well, that's true. There was a lot of stuff that was way out there.
Yeah,
Jar Jar deserves to be assassinated.
I'll tell you what, though, when Robot Chicken went back and did the Star Wars stuff, that's some of the funniest stuff I ever saw. I laughed till I was silly.
I like
the best parodies ever.
I like the Family Guy Star Wars parody. That was pretty rocking.
You know what? They took it almost like scene by scene and line by line.
I know. That's what was great about it. They put that kind of detail in on it, and then at the end of the episode, they had that joke about Robot Chicken on there. Because the guy that what's his name that played Scott Evil.
Seth Green?
Yeah, Seth Green. He does Robot Chicken, and he also does the voice of the kid on the Family Guy. He does Chris's voice. So at the end of their Star Wars episode, they're sitting there talking, and they're saying, and there you go. And he's going, well, that was okay, but Robot Chicken kind of did it first. And then Peter's like, yeah, but what? They have like 3 people watch that show? Who cares?
Well, now, what are you going to...
our own show.
What are you going to do with Negligence? I mean, are you going to keep drawing it? Are you going to... I mean, what's the future of your comic? Are you going to publish books? Are you going to go to cons? What direction are you heading in?
Well, let's see. I've already published a book called Negligence Origins, and it's not really even truly a negligence story. I mean, it features the negligence characters, and it kind of just explains how they came about. It's almost like an autobiography, because that's basically what negligence pretty much is. It's almost an autobiography, and it's just explaining how the characters came to be and such. I already got that published. It's on Amazon. If you want to pick that up.
Cool.
And